it's a great question, and I've struggled with it. I think over time, I used to think this was going to be a temporary emergent problem. We were going to fix it, and we'd all go. In fact, the grant was a 4-year grant, thinking that after that time, from 85 to 88, we would be okay. And obviously, it's just been inexorably growing and becoming more and more complicated. And when I first started, I don't know if this is helpful to folks. When I first started, there was this amazing woman named Cushing Dolbear, who was a fierce advocate for housing in Washington at one of the things. And she, I forget, I was listening to her, and she said the best way to think of homelessness is like we forced people into a game of musical chairs. Where you take away a chair, which she would say you take away housing, and then you play the music, and who's going to be left, who's not going to be able to get in that chair? And it's always the people with the most obstacles, the person on crutches, the person who's thinking of something else. So when you think of homelessness, you tend to think of the problems that people have who are homeless, which is the mental illness, the medical problems, and the huge numbers. But in fact, it was taking away the chair that caused that. And then if you didn't look at, if you had kept going with housing, we probably wouldn't be talking like this. We were always going to have the people suffering from mental illness and all that. But to have them without housing is a problem we created, not something they created. And I've thought about what she'd said ever since then, and it's a really an apt metaphor.